was a soft clap. It's the softest clap. Hey friends, so today I'm just gonna get a little bit ranty with y'all. I didn't want to take the time to put on makeup because it was gonna make it too long, and I wanted to stay focused on one topic because something stupid happened on Twitter the other day. Something stupid's been happening clearly for a while. If you are part of makeup Twitter, you might have seen over the last couple of days that folks have been kind of outing the mods to a particular Facebook group or multiple Facebook groups that are all devoted to makeup shaming. And it's okay, fine, I'll makeup shame, or something of that nature where it's just okay, I'll makeup shame. And I investigated and I found at least 2 different groups on Facebook that were private, all devoted to makeup shaming. Pretty much what these groups were doing were taking photos of other people from Instagram, Twitter, anywhere on the internet, other people that were not a part of the group, and posting them on the group to shame their makeup, to be like,
her eyeliner is not on point.
Look at that blend.
I saw the screenshots, and there were some brave folks who joined the groups to kind of infiltrate it and grab the screenshots and out these people. I applaud them for their service, because groups and people like this exist. I've mentioned makeup shaming, leaving makeup shaming in 2019 on my channel before. It's something that I know that sometimes I toe the line of looking at my old makeup skills or looking at myself or trends from various eras, and I've just been why would I do this? Or my makeup looked bad. And that's just kind of my own self-deprecating nature, where during the learning process, I was making weird choices for my own face. You know, everybody does. Everybody has those awkward phases, except now people have Instagram and YouTube teach them how to do their eyebrows when they're 9 years old. I envy the knowledge and the skill that young people have now. Trust me. We'll see trends just all across Instagram or all across YouTube, and we'll see trends and we're I'm not about that trend. I don't like it. It's my opinion. I don't like that trend. I don't like that style of eyebrow. I don't like full coverage foundation. It's a preference at that point. But it's when it gets to making other people, it's when it gets to bullying, when it crosses a line, that this is what these groups have just entirely been doing. They're not just there to critique people. They're not there to maybe add some advice, because if it was for advice, it wouldn't be a private group, would it? No, these people are just there to bully people and to grab photos from people like Rocio, who does the greatest eye looks, the most intricate eye looks, and do shit like this. I'm all for body positivity, but it's a no from me. Excuse this
Excuse you?
I was so pissed off when I saw this that I needed to sit down and rant about it a bit, because I used to belong to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook group. There was a lot of fantastic positivity. People could post their looks and they could either get advice if they're learning and they want to know more and they want help, or people could post looks, be like, I am just feeling myself today, and then they would get so much praise, so much positivity, so much encouragement, and it was just a really encouraging place for skill building and artistry and just creativity. And there were a couple of times where people would post looks that they were I'm just learning, please give me some advice, help me, essentially, just asking for help with techniques and stuff. And there were multiple people that went in the comments and started being just really rude, really mean, bullying, just the meanest, most uncalled for comments that were just pointless and useless. And it's that kind of stuff that people have made entire Facebook groups for now. They've made entire Facebook groups to send around photos of other women and other people and talk about how shitty their eyeliner looks. Not only is it childish, it's also petty, mean. These people are assholes. That's what they are. They're assholes that have nothing else better to do with their life and nothing else better to do with their time than to share photos of other women and talking about how bad their makeup is. Is that a good use of your time? Is somebody's life that sad where they spend their time doing that? What is the point of that? Does it make you feel better? Does it make people feel better to do this? I saw it and I was like, how are all these people not just like high school age students? How are these grown adults who are spending their time doing this, grabbing photos of people from the internet and then sharing them in a private group just to mock them? Most of the comments that I saw from people on Twitter after these posts were shared and the screenshots were shared, I was glad to see that pretty much the overall consensus was that the people that were posting it were assholes. Some people got to the point where they were like, oh, look at their makeup. Like, they have no room to talk, which is not the point. Like, it's really not. The point is that it's rude and mean and bullying. It has nothing to do. Literally, it has nothing to do with the skill set of the person being the bully. If that person was a professional makeup artist and they had years of experience, impeccable skills, they would still be an asshole posting other people's photos to a private Facebook group just to talk shit about it. You know, it has nothing to do with the skill of the person being the bully. So the people who were commenting about like, oh, those people have no room to talk, were kind of negating the initial problem. The initial problem is that they're just bullying. Like, it's just bullying. Like I said before, it's like I've been known to just like look at my own makeup journey and been like, maybe it wasn't the best choice for me. And that's in everybody's own right. You are allowed to look at yourself and you're allowed to critique yourself and be like, maybe I didn't do my eyebrows very good. Then it's your face. You're allowed to have self-deprecation about your own skill set and about your own face. It's
Your face.
But when it gets out of line is when you're talking about other people's faces and other people's choices that don't affect you in any way, shape, or form. It's not any different from like bullying someone in school for wearing clothes that weren't your style, because it's not your style. It's their style. It's their clothes. Who cares? It's their makeup. It's their face. What difference does it make? That's what baffles me the most. It's like, I'm not saying people aren't allowed to like dislike other people's makeup. Objectively, you could be like, I'm not a fan of that person's eyebrows, but never say it out loud. It's your internal thoughts. It's your internal opinions. It's your internal preferences. Everybody has just like immediate preferences for specific aesthetics. That's human nature. You see a pair of shoes and you're like, those are ugly shoes. You see a pair of pants, you're like, those are ugly pants. For me, I would never wear them. Looking at other people's makeup, your brain is going to instinctively either be like, that's pleasant to the eye, or maybe that's not my preference. But that's when you keep your mouth shut. Like, what's the point? There's no point in telling somebody else that what they're doing with their makeup is wrong, is bad, is ugly, just for the sake of telling them. It's not constructive, it's not solicited, it's mean-spirited, and pointless. All these things that these people are saying on this Facebook group, if they said it to somebody's face about their makeup, there would be no goal but to then make that person feel bad about their makeup. Take any of these critiques or any of these roasts, if you will, out of the context of a private Facebook group, and you're just a bully. That's the thing, is that people are so comfortable hiding behind being anonymous, which is bizarre because Facebook isn't even anonymous, but this is a private group, so it like has a similar effect, but people are so rude. People are so rude on the internet. And like, I've griped a fair amount about the Beauty Guru Chatter subreddit and about how I got banned from it for calling people out on it, for them saying that I was violating their privacy when it's a public forum, you know. And then Guru Gossip, obviously, which is the
dungeon hellhole of makeup internet.
That's where people are vicious about people's lives, and they're vicious about their content. They're vicious about their personal choices or their family members. And it's really sad that it's still happening on such a wide scale with people. They're not providing anything sort of constructive to the world. They're wasting their time, and they're wasting words, they're wasting breath for what? Just to like feel good about themselves for like a hot second because they're being mean about other people. That seems like a them problem. It's like, it's not that fucking deep, so why are you being so mean about it? But it just got me thinking, this whole makeup shaming group thing. I'm very glad that people were talking about it on Twitter, and very glad that people were bringing it to light, because people need to get knocked down a few pegs. People need to get knocked down a few pegs, and if they can't take it, they shouldn't dish it out. If you don't like being called an asshole, don't be an asshole. You know? Did I have any more points I wanted to make? I don't know. I don't know if I was as clear as I wanted to be in this video, but it got me thinking, and I wanted to talk. I wanted to talk for a bit. So I think most of beauty YouTube has kind of cooled it, at least bigger creators that I've seen doing like do's and don'ts. Those aren't really as popular as they used to be. People are kind of being more accepting and being more creative because there's so much content online right now. Like there's so many people sharing looks on Instagram that are so different and unique. And I feel like people are a lot more open to different kinds of looks, even if all of Instagram is exploding about soft glam right now, which is like, it's not a new invention. I hope that like kind of shows a trend in the right direction, at least with YouTube content and makeup creators on YouTube. With the regular ass consumers on these forums and private pages, that's a whole nother beast to tackle on the other hand, because people are always going to be mean.
Oh, you don't like eyeshadow like that? Don't put it on your own eye.
Oh, you don't like a full coverage foundation? Don't wear a full coverage foundation then. Basically, the answer to all of these is you don't like something, don't put it on your own fucking face. You can only really affect what you put on your own face. If somebody else likes something on their face, it's their face. They get to choose to do that. That's their prerogative. I realize freedom of makeup was not included in the Bill of Rights, but I don't have time to care about what other people put on their face. I don't have time to care how other people's eyeshadow looks. I barely have enough time to do my own makeup every single fucking day. Did this have a point? I don't know. I'm not sure. Song of the day. Told my boyfriend I'd go to sleep by 2 a.m. and it's almost 2. I'm not gonna make Toss a Coin Dear Witcher be the song of the day, but maybe.
Oh, valley of plenty.
Nope. Today's song of the day is Hey Boy from The Blow. This is an album that came out in 2006. I fell down a rabbit hole of old music the other day because my friend Alex made a post on Facebook about like the music of her formative years and like the different eras of her being obsessed with music. And then I fell down a rabbit hole of like music from 2005 and 2006, realizing that was half of my lifetime ago. But this song particularly was like a big one for me in high school because it was when I was friends with all of the like my hipster newspaper friends who were like really into Sufjan Stevens and Bright Eyes. So I'm thinking of maybe doing a video just talking about the different eras of music favorites in my life because I have a lot of them. There was obviously the Simple Plan and the Good Charlotte phase. And then there was obviously the Michelle Branch phase, Franz Ferdinand, NSYNC, Matchbox 20. Do you want to see that? Do people want to see that? I might do that. I'll do that. That'll be a fun video to film. But I'm gonna go to sleep now because, well, now I fucking feel awake. Did my Sudafed kick in? Maybe. Yeah, did this video have a moral? Don't be an asshole, basically. Like I said, today's song of the day is Hey Boy from The Blow. Thanks so much to my patrons. I will have another live stream this weekend, but thank you for supporting me continuously. I appreciate you so much. If you're new here and you enjoyed this video for some reason, hit the subscribe button and then give this video a like and maybe hit the notification bell so you get notified when I upload. I think my schedule going forward is going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and maybe a couple times a month I'll do live streams on Saturdays instead of like full-blown uploaded videos, so I'm not spending as much time editing because that takes the most time. So yeah, I think Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays will be my schedule going forward. There's no particular schedule of what's gonna be on each day because I don't have that kind of organizational skills, but yeah, that'll be the schedule. My computer is overheating, so it's making some noises. What you doing that for, computer? Stop. Anyway, okay, see you guys in my next video. Bye!